Come and fucking get me, you white-ass fascist Nazi pig.
What's going on, YouTube? It's the Game Zombie here with a review on the newest installment of the Nazi-bashing, armor-wielding murder fest known as Wolfenstein 2: The Colossus. In a world where it feels like every time you wake up and there is a new first-person shooter releasing, it's almost unthinkable to make an FPS feel new or creative, but somehow in their infinite wisdom, the guys over at Bethesda and Machine Games managed to pull off the seemingly impossible. Visually, Wolfenstein is stunning. From the very beginning, it feels polished and refined like a new shiny gun. Its textures were smooth and almost flawless throughout its multitude of different stages and backdrops. Whether I was traversing through a hijacked Nazi vessel or exploring the ruins of New York, the game was visually pleasing from start to finish. You may be thinking, well, what's a great looking game if it sounds like shit though, right? Well, rest assured, the audio in Wolfenstein matches its visuals. Sneaking around Nazi layers and eavesdropping into conversations or charging up your laser cannon to disintegrate some poor soul is pure ear candy that would leave any audiophile content. As far as gameplay goes, if you've played the last Wolfenstein, you'll know what to expect. The controls were solid and fluid. One thing I was really taken back by was just how many different ways one could approach each and every blood-soaked scenario. Not only could you run and gun your way around through hordes of enemies like a psychotic Nazi exterminator, but you could also tiptoe through the shadows or even crawl your way through vents with your trusty hatchet in hand like a ninja Paul Bunyan. With each room having multiple routes with numerous ways to put down your enemy. There is plenty to do here, and while this title is strictly single player, this game has loads of replayability. From gun upgrades and skill challenges to hidden Nazi gold, there is no shortage of side quests and collectibles to do in the Colossus. You can even take a break and head up to your local bar and relive your glory days when shooting pixelated Nazis was all the rage with an original Wolfenstein arcade minigame.
These graphics sure are realistic. Feel like I'm inside the game.
Now to get to, for me at least, what really sets this game apart from other shooters. Not to take away from all the things that Wolfenstein does well, but for me, its story is where it truly excels. I was astounded at how captivated I was with this game. From hacking up wave after wave of infuriated Nazis to sneaking around unsuspecting Klansmen in an alternate universe where sauerkraut is the new apple pie in America. I found myself not only advancing through a multitude of stages set throughout this new Aryan dystopia out of pure love of mutilating Nazis, but also to advance the deep narrative that I found myself more and more submersed in with every bullet I fired. It's difficult for me to put into words how refreshing Wolfenstein: The New Colossus is. It takes the old, tired and true formula of the first-person shooter and douses it in blood and guts, all to revive it with compassion and depth of a story that would give most Hollywood writers a run for their money. All in all, Wolfenstein 2 is a solid shooter with a rich story and gameplay that will leave you craving more. If you enjoy shooters and want to break from the same old rinse and repeat multiplayer found in a million other first-person shooters, then this game is a 100% buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, and if you like what you see, subscribe.